Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Out of control and caught on camera.
I looked and it was a cut, like it was deep and it was wide.
Tonight, this Romulus High School student says he was stabbed, but administrators say there is more to the story.
We know that life jackets save lives, and these kids are proof after their boat caught fire with their parents on it. How they got off.
Also, a washout on the way. Relentless rain is moving toward Metro Detroit. It's going to be a real soaker, and we'll start there tonight at 11. Everyone gets wet during tomorrow's all-day rain event.
And that won't be the end of it. Ben's here with a look at who gets it first and when.
Yeah, Kim and Devin, it's going to be a 3-day stretch where we're looking at that rain starting tomorrow, most of the rain coming tomorrow, and it's going to get an early head start about 6 a.m. moving into our south zone. And then watch what happens when we get through the day. This stuff just moves continuously over the area, and there's no appreciable breaks in this. Even as we get through 10 o'clock tomorrow night, just about everybody is going to be wet, but the east side is going to get the brunt of it. So the bottom line on this is anywhere between 6 a.m. on Thursday and the afternoon hours on Saturday, we're going to expect that rain. Total amounts for the 3-day stretch look to be 1 to 3 inches. Most of us are going to be in that 1 to 2 range, but there may be a couple isolated spots that hit 3. Highest totals are going to be on the east side. We'll break those down coming up in your forecast. And by the way, this is going to have a big impact on tomorrow morning's commute. Don't forget to tune in to Brandon Rue at 4:30 a.m. for the latest on Local 4 News Today. Guys?
From Ben coming up in a few minutes. Now, algebra got ugly at Romulus High School. A fight breaking out in the middle of the class sends a freshman to the hospital with an ugly gash in his leg.
He says he was stabbed, but school administrators say there's no evidence that happened. Mara McDonald live at the school tonight. Mara, you've actually seen the injury. Is it bad?
Kimberly, it's not pretty. I mean, we're talking about 10 stitches. The question is, how did it really happen? Let me take you through it.
What started all this? According to Trayvon Claypool, a kid pushed papers off of his desk, and it all escalated from there. This was supposed to be an algebra class this morning, but the larger student you see in the video going after him should have never been in that classroom in the first place. Fellow students pulled out their phones and recorded it, and then sent it all over the school. Trayvon says he didn't realize how hurt he was until he was sitting in the assistant principal's office and felt a divot in the side of his thigh.
I feel like somebody purposely stabbed me because even the doctor said that it was like a puncture. Somebody went like this. She said they didn't do this. They literally went like this.
He asked to go to the bathroom and discovered the wound and went back to tell the assistant principal.
She was like, "What's wrong with your leg?" I was like, "It's a hole in it." She's like, "You mean a scratch?" I was like, "No, it's a hole in it." She's like, "You mean a graze?" I was like, "No, it's a hole in my leg." And then she was like, "Well, okay, whatever."
Trayvon called his mom.
I knew it was something serious because he wouldn't just tell me, "Mom, come get me. I need you to come get me."
She got him to the hospital, and 10 stitches later, here he is. School administrators say, yes, there was a fight, but nobody got stabbed.
We did an internal investigation at the high school in which we saw no evidence of any weapons.
So far, the district says it appears Trayvon was injured when he was slammed against a whiteboard in that fight, but they, along with his mother, both notified the police.
Do you buy for a minute that he cut himself on something in that classroom in the middle of that fight?
Not for a minute.
Back here live, students say they saw no evidence of a weapon during this fight. Police have found no evidence of a weapon during this fight. And Devin, Kimberly, I want to clarify something. We have been on this since 5 o'clock today, and at that time I reported that the superintendent had not returned my call. That's true. She had not returned my call, but she had earlier in the day called our assignment desk and had told them that yes, there was an investigation going on, but provided no detail. Devin, Kimberly, we're live in Romulus tonight. Mara McDonald, back to you.
All right, Mara. News 10 6 tonight, we are hearing from the woman whose home was firebombed. Surveillance video shows an arsonist sneaking up to the front porch of the home. This is on Detroit's west side. And seconds later, you see the fireball and he takes off. Princess Watson says the man in the video is the ex-boyfriend of her niece, and one of his own children was in the house at the time.
3. He knew she was in the house when he set it on fire. She had left him, and he didn't want her. He was trying to burn up every place he thought she might have to go.
Looked bad, but thankfully no one was hurt. Police say this is the man who did it, 28-year-old Donovan Lyles. He remains on the run tonight. If you've got any information on his whereabouts, you're asked to call Detroit police.
A hypnotherapist in Grand Blanc Township is charged with sexually assaulting a patient. The Genesee County prosecutor says John Tomlinson was in the middle of a hypnotherapy session when the woman he was treating woke up to him sexually assaulting her, even choking her. The 65-year-old is charged with 3 felonies, including first-degree criminal sexual conduct.
A bus driver hospitalized tonight after crashing a bus full of students into the side of a duplex this afternoon. Happened on Detroit's east side at Charles and Mound. The 56-year-old driver had a medical emergency and lost control before crashing. The driver was trapped and had to be removed, but all the students, happy to report from Oakland International Academy, were okay.
This is the aftermath of a boat on Lake St. Clair just moments before a family of 5 had to be rescued from it. And as Jermont Terry tells us, something on that boat kept them alive.
These life jackets are hanging on the wall tonight, but let me tell you, they saved 3 young children after a very scary boating accident.
Jackson, Ava, and Grayson show us how they held on tight.
I was like this, and I was like this.
After a cruise on the family's new boat ended like this. After just a few minutes on Lake St. Clair and Fairhaven, their boat caught fire. Dad, who's the fire chief of Ira Township, got the first sparks under control.
I tried putting it out with the fire extinguisher. It went out, it flared back up.
And this time the smoke and fire grew out of control. With little time to react, Mom jumped in the water.
I didn't know that it was as deep as it was.
I actually threw the kids in the water.
And it was really cold.
Mom and Dad did not have time to grab their life jackets, but thankfully the little ones had theirs on already. The lake was barely 40 degrees and Jackson was panicking and weighing down Mom.
And once I was frozen, I thought to myself I was going to take my last breath. So I looked over at my daughter, told her to calm down, and told her that if she didn't grab Jackson off of me, I was gonna, at that point, lose my life.
So I was holding on him, and then I just grabbed Ava.
After 15 minutes in the near freezing water, help finally arrived.
And I looked over again, and there was homeowners coming out.
Their dream boat is destroyed, but this family is grateful the kids did not just stow their life jacket.
Because if they were not wearing those vests, what would have happened, you think?
I don't think we'd be here right now, or they would be here.
And the family is just thankful to the homeowners who saw the fire and came across the lake to rescue them. As I mentioned, Dad is the fire chief in Ira Township. He says he practiced fire safety at the house all the time, but he's advising everyone, if you get a boat and you're going to take it on the lake, make sure you also practice fire safety on the water as well. Reporting live tonight, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
All right, Jermont. We have enough votes. That is the word from House Republicans, who now say they will vote tomorrow on a bill to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act. Earlier today, President Trump met with 2 Republicans concerned about the bill to replace the ACA. That included Michigan Congressman Fred Upton, and after the meeting, the 2 announced they would support the measure. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
Indeed. Okay. Well, what happened during an ATM robbery is already terrifying, but it's what didn't happen that's even more disturbing.
Also, this is usually the result of a driver mistakenly hitting the gas instead of the brake. Police say that is not what happened here. We'll have a look at why the driver was arrested.
But first, a traffic stop turns into a kidnapping case. Why this DUI suspect was taken for a wild ride. A Defenders exclusive next.
Coming up tomorrow on Local 4 News Today, May is here, and so are new ways to save. So we're going to reveal the best and worst items to buy this month. The Help Me Hank Consumer Alert ahead at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Plus, Cinco de Mayo crafts you can do with your kids. That's Thrifty Thursday at 5:50.
Plus, weather and traffic always on the 4s. Detroit mornings start here from 4:30 to 7 a.m.
See you in the morning.
A police car stolen with weapons and a suspect inside.
Take off of my car with the female in the back.
A traffic stop turns into a dramatic chase. Tonight, the defenders have obtained exclusive new video of an unusual police chase. It took place in Oak Park last November.
Unusual because police were chasing after one of their own police cars. It was stolen right off the street at the scene of the crime.
And even worse, there was a drunk driving suspect handcuffed in the back seat. Defender Kevin Dietz has the video and the kidnapped victim's story.
It was a night 27-year-old Shanae Hunter will never forget. She had just been arrested on suspicion of drunk driving when a complete stranger jumps in the patrol car she's in and takes off. It took a dangerous high-speed chase to rescue her. Tonight, she shares her story of a wild ride. This is Shanae Hunter as her nightmare is coming to an end. She is crying for help, distraught and discombobulated. A stranger just stole the cop car she was in. Take a look just a few minutes earlier as the cop car leaves the scene with her handcuffed in the back.
It's Oak Park here. We got somebody stole one of our patrol cars. They're going north on Greenfield.
It races down busy roads.
Is it a fully marked car?
It's a fully marked, yeah. It's going to be a fully marked. It's going to be our Crown Victoria.
With police weapons inside.
Does the car have a weapon in it?
Got a shotgun and a rifle.
At speeds over 80 miles per hour.
She is in a patrol car. She's in the back handcuffed.
Running stop signs.
North on Beverly 46. 46 miles an hour. Okay, he's blowing stop signs. Anyone have Greenfield covered?
Crashing into two different cars.
He struck one of their patrol cars now.
Sounds like he's going west.
I was in the back seat handcuffed, flying from window to window.
With every turn of the car, Shanae was slammed, bumped, and bruised.
I couldn't have my hands restrain me from hitting the window and the dashboard.
Flopping around, unable to protect herself.
I'm sliding from door to door, window to window.
Her mom says she could have been killed.
I'm glad to have her with me today because I could have had a funeral or anything, could have had a funeral. But I'm glad she's here.
Here's how it all went down. Shanae was off to the side of the road with a flat tire. Oak Park police pulled up to help. They suspected Shanae was drinking and put her through several sobriety tests. They noticed this man, DeJuan Rollins, lurking around. An officer escorts him away from the scene. Then, as Shanae was in the back of the squad car and officers were going through her car, Rollins jumps in the squad car, slowly pulls up to the officers, and then takes off.
Take off of my car with the female in the back. Westbound 8 Mile, head for the embassy. Okay, she's in your patrol car? She's her. Male is in my car.
Shanae asked him why.
I asked him what was he doing. He said he was trying to save me. The police was trying to kill me.
After running for several miles at high speeds, Rollins found himself at a dead-end street. Police arrested him without incident. Shanae's calls for help would soon be answered. Her attorney, Nick Bennett, says Shanae learned a lesson about drinking and driving, and now police need to learn a lesson too.
Now this guy was saying, I'm trying to save you. These cops are going to kill you. But in reality, these cops should have been protecting Miss Hunter from a man like this since she was in their custody.
Hunter says she has decided to file a lawsuit in the case in hopes that policies will be changed statewide that require a police officer to stay with a suspect once they have been arrested. DeJuan Rollins remains locked up in the Oakland County Jail, awaiting trial on a multitude of charges. Kevin Dietz, Defenders.
Just wild.
That's pretty one of a kind, isn't it? Yeah. Here's a look at what Karen Drew is working on for tomorrow night.
1 minute, her daughter is sitting on the front porch. The next, she's gone.
She never showed up.
Her 16-year-old daughter caught in the middle of a sex trafficking ring.
And these guys are good. They're very good.
But what this mom did saved her child.
She would have been probably dead by now.
I'm Local 4 Defender Karen Drew. Don't think your child could be the next target? Don't miss my special report tomorrow at 11.
Well, we don't just have a little rain on the way. We got kind of a weather event.
And sounds like everybody's going to get a little bit too.
Find an umbrella, check your sump pump, and pack a lunch. That's about all you can do. We are going to anticipate most of that rain falling tomorrow with lesser amounts as we head into Friday and Saturday. But it does look like a 3-day stretch where we're getting wet. 4Live Radar just showing us some radar trash, some false returns here towards the site. The rain that we're anticipating is still down here south of Fort Wayne. It hasn't made much progress north. And as we told you at the top of the broadcast, we really don't anticipate that showing up until about 6 a.m. So just unfortunately, time for the morning commutes when that's going to get started. Look at the connection all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. So this is going to be pulling up a tremendous amount of moisture, and that's why we're worried about those totals over the 3 days, possibly getting up to 3 inches of rain. They pulled the tarp over at Comerica Park because it's probably a good thing. They're really not a good shot that they're going to play ball tomorrow. 51 degrees is where we're at right now. Very light winds. Those winds will pick up tomorrow, 10 to 20 miles an hour. So it's going to be breezy. It's going to be cold. And of course, it's going to be wet almost continuously through the day on Thursday. Throughout the entire day today, we've been watching colder temperatures down here to our south. St. Louis 48, Indy at 49. We're at 51. And we will be seeing these numbers for high temperatures tomorrow. In fact, we got 2 days where we're really not going to get to 50 for highs. So here comes the rain tomorrow, and notice that this is going to stay on top of us almost the entire day. Going into Friday, this model is showing some significant dry spots. I don't think we'll see that many. I think there's going to be more showers around than what's being depicted here, but we will be seeing more hit and miss variety rain on Friday. Saturday looks like the driest of the 3-day stretch. Not completely dry, though. There's going to be a trough swinging through that's going to add to those totals. And as far as the rainfall amounts go, we are looking at 1 to 3 inches. Technically, I think most of us are going to fall in the 1 to 2 inch range with just some isolated possibilities of up to 3. 42 tonight for the overnight low, and the rain shows up late, starting in our south zone and spreading north. We're going to look at high temperatures. Remember, we got up to 60 degrees today. Tomorrow, well, we'll be lucky to hit 50. In fact, in most locations, we won't be doing that. Upper 40s is as good as it gets. South zone, mid to upper 40s. And we will stay in the 40s here in our west zone, mid 40s as a matter of fact, and at least we're going to escape the 30s north of M59. It's about the best thing we can say about temperatures tomorrow. And then going into the upcoming weekend, 51 there on Saturday. We make some improvements Sunday. This is going to seem like paradise compared to the 3 days we've got prior to that. And then temperatures keep warming up as we get into next week. 67 on Tuesday. That's the only normal high that we'll have for the 7-day stretch. Everything's below normal, including some of those mornings. And by the way, Saturday, would not be surprised if there's a snowflake mixed in with that rain.
Why not?
Yeah, we got everything else.
All right, stay tuned. Well, you've heard of people hacking those electronic construction signs with messages about zombies, politicians, you name it.
Yeah, you have. But one hack here in Michigan had a rather racy request. We'll have that coming up.
Also, cameras capture the moment a woman is robbed at an ATM. But what else happens in the video was pretty much a stunner.
The warm weather. We should find out tomorrow if the owner of the dog that mauled a couple in Roseville will face charges. Police submitted a warrant request to the prosecutor's office. Robert Lawton says it is not his fault that his pit bull mix named Bruce attacked his mother and her boyfriend. Bruce has since been euthanized. Grosse Pointe Public Schools have decided not to move forward with plans for a tuition enrollment program. The school board voted 7-0 against the proposal, so the district will now have to look elsewhere to balance a budget that has a $2 million deficit. It was baseball tonight, but come July, Comerica Park will host its first ever professional soccer game. The 2017 International Champions Cup features 12 matches across the U.S. Roma and defending champion Paris Saint-Germain will take the field in Detroit this July. Excited about that. That's cool. Well, a woman robbed at an ATM in Tampa, but it's what didn't happen that is the head scratcher here. 2 women are at separate ATMs. A man paces behind them. He then walks over to one of the women and grabs her money. She tries to fight back, of course, while the other woman just kind of moves out of the way and finishes her transaction. Not only did she not help, neither did the clerk who was inside the bank getting ready to open. The victim has some bruises from the attack, but will be okay after she shows up tomorrow to close out her account, I would imagine. Goodness. An Oregon man arrested after driving into a bar. Video shows a 29-year-old driver plowing into the building he had just left. One person suffered minor injuries. As for the driver, he wasn't hurt, but he was arrested for drunk driving. You've seen it before, people tampering with those electronic signs on the highway. Happened this week up in Marquette with a rather racy request. Here it is. Someone changed the sign on US 41 to say, "Send nudes, please." As soon as police were
It's not funny if you're trying to explain it to your 7-year-old child, I suppose. As soon as they told police turned the sign off, though they have not yet figured out who was responsible.
And they said please.
Said please.
Well, you don't know where to send them, though. I mean, that's
no forwarding address.
Didn't they mean dudes? It's really sparse up there.